Minecraft's oldest server has been hacked for the first time in 13 years, and it was so bad that actual authorities are investigating it. Now, I'm not talking about 2b2t, which is the oldest Anarchy server in the game, but Minecraftonline, which is the oldest server that's still running on the same map. How the attackers managed to pull this off is actually insane. Using a fake identity and social engineering, they gained backdoor access to the server through the use of malicious code. Not only did they generate illegal items in-game, which they then sold for real-world money, but they also accessed in-game player data, server diagnostic logs, Discord logins, emails, and password hashes of registered players and server donors. And this was happening for months before it was finally noticed. Now, to give credit to the admin team, they went 13 years without a hack because of their state-of-the-art security system. So the fact that it finally happened shows just how sophisticated this attack was. But it's caused a lot of turmoil in this server's community. So today, we'll be discussing how this hack finally happened, why it went undetected for so long, and the damage that was caused both inside and outside the game, and why authorities are now involved. When I wasn't investigating money laundering in Minecraft, I was at the gym, where I always rock my Raycons. For any activity, they've been my go-to earbuds. The new everyday earbuds have an improved look and feel by using optimized gel tips. They're comfortable and they will not budge, trust me. Not only are Raycons water resistant, but they can be charged wirelessly. Raycons offer 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life. They start at half the price of other premium audio brands, so no wonder they have over 50,000 5-star reviews. I've found them to be very useful, so to get your own pair, click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/fitmc to get up to 15% off your order. It's a great way to support the channel, and thanks again to Raycon for sponsoring today's video. So let's talk about this. Minecraftonline getting hacked is a big deal because it's the first time this has happened in 13 years of operation. To give a quick history lesson, Minecraftonline was started in 2010, just 1 hour after the game's creator, Notch, made multiplayer available to the public. It has been running on the same map ever since, and hundreds of thousands of players have left their mark on the server. Now, unlike 2b2t where anything goes, Minecraftonline is more controlled, and griefing is a bannable offense, so it doesn't tend to attract the bad apples that 2b2t does. That is, until March of 2021, when all of this began. A malicious player was banned from the server's community for attempting to distribute malware to users. I'm not going to say this person's username, so we'll just call them the hacker. But they attempted to steal the Discord credentials of multiple players and were swiftly punished for it. Despite them being banned from the community, they took on an entirely new identity, and in July of 2022, thanks to incredibly persistent social engineering, the hacker was actually brought onto the server's dev team to help out with some of the plugins. Minecraftonline uses a variety of plugins to keep the server running, and the build tool they use is called Gradle, which a lot of software developers use. Allegedly, the hacker created a backdoored Minecraft plugin for the server that would give him direct access, and to do this, he distributed a malicious version of Gradle. When run by a human, nothing about the plugin seemed out of the ordinary, but when it was run by the server's automated testing pipeline, it would then introduce the backdoored code when a human wasn't watching. Imagine walking through a metal detector, but just throwing metal objects over it and then catching them on the other side. It's not a perfect analogy, but it gets the point across. The hacker tricked an automated system to allow something malicious to get through. This method actually worked, and in September of 2022, the backdoored plugin was successfully introduced to the server, which gave the hacker the access he desired. With the plugin installed, the hacker was able to send commands in the form of JavaScript program instructions to the server for execution. This could be anything from summoning Minecraft items in-game to reading data files visible to the Minecraft Linux user on the server. Now, for the first few months, this flew under the radar, but it didn't take long for some players to realize something wasn't right. According to player testimony, some members of the community started becoming insanely wealthy with in-game items seemingly out of nowhere. Take a look at this. This is a player-made city on the server called Newport. From June until December of 2022, 6 entire months, we can see the progress that was made on the city, and judging from the comparison, not a whole lot changed. Now, afterwards, in just a 1-month period, we can see that there was an absolute explosion in progress on numerous builds, far more than in the previous 6 months. Remember, this is not an anarchy server, so hacking and duplication exploits are not allowed. It was clear that builders were getting materials through unnatural means. But it went beyond this. The hacker had given himself creative mode and allegedly began selling items to players for real-world money. Not only were regular materials supposedly sold, but illegal items not normally obtainable in survival were created as well, such as bedrock and portal frames, even structure blocks, which I didn't even realize could be placed in such a way. The reason all of these screenshots are so blurry is because they are taken from a YouTube video which has now been removed, but it was made to mock the server and also cause paranoia. In addition to illegal blocks, super weapons and tools were also created, having stats far above the normal limits. The hacker and his associates had effectively turned Minecraftonline into an anarchy server, and this was just the tip of the iceberg. Strange occurrences started happening, such as items going missing from ender chests. Players slowly began finding illegal blocks inside of builds, which of course caused some confrontations. Screenshots of absurd amounts of illegal items circulated to the point that the admin team had to start investigating the issue. After combing through every plugin they had, on January 9th, 2023, they discovered the backdoored plugin for the first time. It had been active for 4 months at that point and was far worse than expected. They quickly removed it and began analyzing the damage. The hacker had access to the following: in-game player data, server diagnostic logs, email addresses of registered players and donors, and the hashes of registered player passwords. The Gradle security team also looked into it and published a full report. It has a lot of technical details which are difficult to describe, so I've left a link to it in the description if you want to read it. But basically, they discovered the hacker had also attempted to steal Discord credentials, the very thing he was originally banned for in 2021. At this point, a cyber crime had been committed over a Minecraft server. So on January 28th, the admins of Minecraftonline released a statement to the public announcing they had been breached for the first time in almost 13 years of operation. They described what had happened and the steps they had taken to ensure player safety. Any players that acquired illegal materials, knowing that they had been created by the backdoor, had been banned from the server forever. Despite how proactive the admins had been for over a decade, they acknowledged the human factor that went into it. They weren't prepared for someone to fake an entire identity for years and socially engineer just to backdoor a Minecraft server, so they would enact more thorough background checks for contributors in the future. Fortunately for the admin team though, the hacker had been careless enough to leave enough breadcrumbs for them to follow, which would then allow them to pursue legal action. The European Union Agency for Law Enforcement Cooperation, also known as Europol, was contacted and given all evidence in order to bring the hacker to justice. Since part of the attack involved a Discord bot, Discord's Trust and Safety team were also contacted to investigate the bot logs, but the community was stunned, with many in disbelief. Players began wondering just how many builds were created by using the back door, and others were concerned about server integrity. The tech-savvy players understood just how advanced this attack actually was, and of course, there were jokes as well. But the fallout of this backdoor is eerily similar to what happened on 2B2T in early 2016, in that some players have left the community entirely and gone elsewhere. No matter how smart you are, Committing a cyber crime over a Minecraft server is a dumb thing to do. No video game in existence is worth criminal charges, so while it's unfortunate that this has happened to Minecraft's oldest server, hopefully it can serve as an important lesson to all. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and follow my socials. Take it easy, Fit Fam, and stay alive out there.